Welcome to Cliffy's Kitchen again, guys. It's always a pleasure to have you going on the cooking journey with us. What are we doing today? Well, we are doing something very special. Why? Because you have never seen chicken soup done in Cliffy's Kitchen before. So we plan to give you a special treat showing you how we do it here. It's gonna be really good. So come with me as I take you on that journey, and at the end of it, you're gonna be happy you did. Well, here's my chicken, friends. I already have it cleaned up, washed with vinegar and lime juice. If you want to see what I did, exactly what I did in cleaning it up, you can just check the video I did about 4 weeks ago, how to clean up and cut up a whole chicken. This went through the same process and you'll see exactly what I did. Well, this is at least 1.5 pounds of chicken. I'm going to be cooking this in a medium-sized pot, about 8 cups of water. And of course, the water is over here boiling. I'm going to get it in there, let it cook for about 25 minutes while I go on preparing the other stuff to make the full rich soup. So while I put this in, I'll be preparing those other stuff that will go in there. So here I'm going to take it right into the pot now. So as you can see, my pot is here bubbling, as we would say. It's boiling up, ready to take in the chicken. So here we go. And of course, I'm using what you would call the dark meat part of the chicken, like the leg and thigh. These, of course, some people use the breasts, but this area, to me, it has a lot of flavor in it. So we use this amount, or this type, to make our soup. I'm gonna be leaving this cooking for another 25 minutes, and then I will come and check on it. For my soup today, the things I'm gonna be using, for example, my vegetables, start with pumpkin up here. Notice how nice and yellow it looks. I'll be using this, about 2 pounds. I'm using 2 medium-sized Irish potato. I'm using 2 whole carrots. You notice 4 pieces, but the carrots were long, so I just cut them in 2. It's 2 whole carrots. And of course, up here, I'm using 1 turnip and 1 chocho. That's so far for the vegetables that I'll be using. As for my fresh seasoning, I'm using 4 stalks of scallion. These are healthy looking. I'll just call this a nice little portion of thyme. I'm using 3/4 of an onion, some garlic, it's about 6 cloves. I have 2 Scotch bonnet pepper. These are for flavor that you will be able to stay a mile and smell in your soup. They won't be burst, they won't be cut open, but the flavor will boil out in the soup, so I'm using 2. And I have a little sprig of rosemary here. You have to be careful with this one. The aroma is very strong, so you don't want to use too much, but it's going to take your soup over the top. And of course, this is at least about 2.5 ounces of butter. Also, I'm going to be adding pimento, right? These are the whole berries, so we'll use maybe about a dozen. Here I have a pack of chicken noodle soup. This is the cock soup. Of course, what is chicken soup without some noodles in it? You would also want to be very balanced with the use of your noodle and the use of your salt. So although I have salt here, I won't be adding the salt until I add the noodle and see how that tastes. This is the size of the vegetables I cut up. This is the pumpkin, chocho, Irish, the carrot, and turnip. Over here, I'm going to be putting in these pumpkin and the garlic in the pot right now, ahead of the others, because we want at least most of them, like the pumpkin and the garlic. We need those to really cook out to the point where they will break down. When you stir your pot, they will add to the consistency of the soup. All right, so let's see what's happening here now. Okay, getting there. Gonna be putting in the garlic and the pumpkin. Alright, these will go on boiling another maybe 12 to 15 minutes and by then the rest will be ready to go in. Yeah, when we are crushing pumpkin, we don't feel guilty. Yeah, because they got to be crushed to get the right and desired effect in your soup. So we crush pumpkin mercilessly. Yeah, man. Every time. And we might not get to do every piece, but while doing some more stirring, when the rest of stuff come in here, what is left will also be crushed out. So it's about time to put in all our vegetables in the pot now. Wow, just look at this. Alright, I'm gonna be putting in my pimento, and I'm also gonna be adding in my seasonings. Here's our Scotch bonnet, and of course the other stuff like your garlic, the rest of your garlic, your onion, your thyme, your butter, your scallion. Wow, this is going to be a soup to remember. Right, so wow, this is looking good. Just making sure that everything gets down into the soup. Notice the chicken, it's tearing off the bones. It's you know, they are actually cooked already. So by stirring, you are going to be getting all of these nice meat into your soup. Don't worry about not having a big piece to eat. It will be boiled out and the flavor will be stunning. Okay, remember I told you about introducing one or two items. What is chicken soup without a little corn? Notice? So I'm going to get this in the pot now. This corn is pretty soft, so it's a good time to get it in. And friends, man, don't this thing smell nice. I told you you'll be smelling the Scotch bonnet from a mile, and it's true. Here's my other item that I promised to introduce to you. This is a little flour with a little salt and water, and we put it together in a dough form, and we'll be making what we call some little spinners, little dumplings that you always enjoy when you're having your soup, especially your chicken soup. So this is how we do it. You can get in with your hand at this stage. You don't want it to be too much because of course your chicken soup is supposed to be just easy to have. You don't want to be fighting with a lot of hard food. If we're cooking a big pot of soup, that would be different, but for this size pot you just need your vegetable, and as you notice we add a little corn and these few spinners. Whatever is left of them, of course, is just what you need to enjoy your chicken soup. Alright, this is how we do our spinners. Just a nice little piece like that, and you do it like this. Notice? That's what we call them, spinners. It's now time to introduce our soup flavored mix to our pot. Right? This is, we're not promoting, but it's the Grace brand. I like to use this one. It has really good flavor. So here we go. Throw it all over so you do not have any bundling up, and then you're going to stir it through. After stirring this through, I'll be covering up. Wow, this looks so good. Look at the pimento, they're just swimming on top, and all the other stuff that is in there. You can just use your imagination. This soup is a great one. We have been running our fire at medium. We are now going to turn it down to between medium to low and let it go and simmer maybe for another 5 to 7 minutes, and then that's it. Okay, as we say, within about 5 minutes, which is about now. So we're going to turn off the heat, and take a look at what we have here. Wow, looking real nice, really good. And guess what, the Scotch bonnet survived. They did not break apart, so we don't have to be eating and drinking and crying. And just take a look finally at the consistency. This soup is rich, gone way down the road. Wow. Thanks for watching this chicken soup video, guys. It was a pleasure working with you. We hope you have found some value in it and will implement the little stages and things we do to make your chicken soup just as nice. We look forward to seeing you in our other video. Until then, we're asking you, please, as usual, remember to like, share and subscribe. In this way you see our video first when the next one releases. Thanks for watching.